Hang on, I'm doing the math.
Yeah. That's
180.
140.
Oh my God, these have just tied Vola's all-time damage.
Oh, baby!
Holy
Incredible.
shit!
I wasn't even there for it. That's the most disappointing part.
Although I think Cal still beats both of them, sadly. But
Hey, wait, no, that was 5. That wasn't 4. That was 5 trolls. Hang on, he may have surpassed her.
I might have surpassed.
God.
I might have surpassed Cal.
Damage, yeah.
Hang on, yeah, because they all hit for max damage. 45 times 5 is 225.
Damn!
Didn't the
Incredible.
last one save though?
The last one did save.
No, the last one did not save.
Well, that's right. He just had enough health to
He
survive
did-
it. That's right.
He took the full damage.
He just had
he
enough
just-
to survive. Yeah.
He had enough hit points to survive. Oh my God! Fisa, not only did you miss your MVP moment, you missed the moment when you did more damage than Vola.
God,
Took
fuck!
out Vola's all-time highest single turn damage. Vola, how do you feel now that your record's been broken?
Mad. Oh my god.
I love how she's like, "Oh, I'm so bad." Oh.
All right.
Yeah, she gets close to breaking her own record every other turn. So
I'm gonna let you guys catch everybody up for a minute. I have got to go
Right.
to
All right.
the little DM's room.
So who recapped earlier? Because I don't want them to do it because you've already done it.
Oh,
So
that would be me. That would be me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Saris, you recap. We're gonna spread the wealth.
my name's Rick. But okay.
We're in character
Sarah's.
now.
You were here. You would know if it was in character. I wouldn't need to explain.
Fine.
Anyway,
Rick.
last week we
We
left
already
off.
had the weird
We left
meta
off at
issue
the
left.
start of that fight. We fought them. They wouldn't stay down. Cal disintegrated 2 of them with a clutch twin spell disintegrate. It was pretty cool. After that, the rest of them still kept getting back up. Thiza managed to blow the minds of some of them with an awesome psychic scream. You managed to kill all but one, which we spent several rounds killing over and over again, trying to figure out how we get rid of them. We determined their only way to kill them is with acid damage. No one has acid damage. Saris tried to drown him, and when he touched water, he crumbled to dust.
Well, you
So
did
we
it.
kind of So the last one we accidentally killed him. Although Saris was trying to kill him in a different way, he managed to accidentally kill him.
Right. And at
That's
this
about
point,
it.
yeah. And at
Now
this
we're
point,
just talking after combat. Everyone's
God
kind of
damn,
tired.
it's
Everyone's
really
in a bad mood.
it's really disappointing that I missed this.
Yeah, it was awesome. You did a huge. It was like a tremendous psychic scream. You had perfect timing on it. We strategized it well, and you blew their minds.
mm-hmm.
Literally, you killed
Yep.
them. The last thing they heard was Steve going, "Ah!"
doing his little, doing, yeah. His little great thing.
Hey, nice job.
And so when they'll let you know, like in like what, like a week or so, or
Yeah,
anything,
they
or
said they'd call or email me in about a week. So
what? Okay.
Hey,
All right.
hey, giving you time is good is a good sign
yeah,
so far.
and it's better than like I had to wait like 4 weeks to get the interview. So
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh yeah,
All right.
definitely. So there you go. That's good. Good job.
I believe.
Yeah.
him.
of course I know nothing about what goes on in Washington State. So
Tell
Well,
about
I
it.
would.
well,
Well-
okay. So did they have a lot? Did they have a lot of fish and wildlife up there, or is it just like
Yeah, I think
death?
It's like Bigfoot and hippies.
yeah, well,
My grandpa
actually,
lived there.
where I am, we're the ones that's what in the Pacific Northwest part. That's where they get the information where they always got a lot of rain and there's a lot of fishing, wildlife, that kind of stuff.
And
like that.
Bigfoots.
Yeah, Eastern Washington is kind of different. It's a little bit different. It's more kind of like high plains kind of stuff, a little bit. I'm not sure where in the state you're going to be going, but
I think
Surprised
it's
they
in,
can't
I
give you-
think it's in Olympia. They didn't.
Okay, yeah.
They didn't say because the guy the guy who is from HR
Yeah.
who got in touch with me. He's from
Right.
his number
Yeah.
was listed in Olympia, so I assume it's either in Olympia or somewhere.
Isn't Olympia the capital?
I'd be
yeah,
very
Olympia is the
yeah.
capital.
I'd
Yeah,
be
so
very I'd be very surprised with whatever they get you doing is not doable like remotely. At
No,
this
yeah,
moment.
I basically said like I can do Photoshop and I can do search engine optimization, and they
Make
were
su-
like, hey, that's pretty good.
Make sure you're not
There you
getting
go.
into some kind of eco-terrorist front.
Yeah,
Or
there
if
you
you
go.
make sure it pays
Also
well.
remember that.
Eco terrorist friend in Photoshop.
Well, I mean, Poison Ivy's
flyers. It's the
I mean,
flyers.
Poison Ivy's got to get her followers from somewhere, and it can't always be plants.
There you go.
I think whenever you're applying for a job now, you ought to mention your mad meme skills.
Yeah.
There is power.
I know what it's just like.
Every job interview, I bring a portfolio of all the shit posting
the
I do
media.
in the D&D.
I mean, I'm actually going to email them a sample of my portfolio tomorrow so that they can do
So
that.
That wolf photo is going down in my memoirs.
So you throw your memes, into your job interview,
Hello.
and every now and then your boss will come to you and say, "Hey, this motherfucker's talking smack about me online. Can
We
you
need some hot
Can we
memes.
get a
What do you
clean
got for
meme
us?
for him?
Photoshop this guy with some tits or something or something?
You can't hear me. Hold on.
No, I can hear you, Mike.
It's just everyone else is talking as usual.
Yeah.
Hello?
We're busy convert.
We can hear you.
converting.
Okay, Mike, we can hear you, but you
Okay.
can't hear us.
Yeah, my can you my headphones were cutting out. Hold on.
You maybe just want to disconnect
Can you
and
hear me
reconnect and maybe see if that helps.
Just put the USB in here. I have this SodaStream bottle.
No,
You guys
Hold
know
on.
like the
Yeah,
SodaStream.
we know SodaStream. Woo,
Oh,
love
I hate
SodaStream.
chemistry.
Their bottles are massive. Every time I put water in, I get like a liter's worth of water in a day. So
Nice.
SodaStream can be very divisive. You either love it or you fucking hate
Can
it.
you hear me?
I'm drinking
I fucking hate it.
8 liters a
I,
day.
I fucking love it,
Damn.
but I know that as an opinion.
hang on, I'm gonna message Mike to let him know I can hear him.
I just did.
Okay,
I just did that
hold
channel.
on. Let's see. Disconnect. It's not you. Wait a second here.
I'm gonna go pee while we're not playing Dungeons and Dragons. I'll be right back.
I love how like the minute I came into the stream, like everything just went to
Can you
shit.
hear me?
Yes, Mike.
Hello.
Yes. Hey, pause. Everyone pause. Yes, Mike, we can hear you.
Okay.
Okay.
You can
If that
hear me.
happens again, like the
It's
way
my
it has.
it's my headset's giving out. That's probably part of the problem.
Okay. Can you hear us?
Dang it.
Hello,
Can you hear us?
Michael. Mike. No.
Mike, no! Ah!
Read.
Where's that YouTube video of the? Is it in memes? Yeah, it's in these stuff. Here we go.
All right. So while all this is going on, while we're waiting for them, do you guys have any interest in searching these trolls' prison pockets?
Sure.
If it. Oh, okay. Lisa's gonna do it. Let's
don't-
use a check their pockets.
Yeah, they don't have all they're wearing is loincloths. They don't have any pouches or anything. But if you want to check their prison pockets, you're more than welcome.
Nah, I'm good.
You never know what treasures you might find.
I'm back.
Goodness.
Butt dandruff.
All right. So you've got some dead trolls here. What would you like to do? Some of you are probably beaten up and getting low on resources.
Yeah. Let's. Can we get a mansion, please?
Maybe not here. Maybe somewhere a little less corpsey.
Yeah, a little less corpsey would be great.
Yes, we're making a mansion.
Let's leave.
Cool. Let's
Place
get a
sucks.
distance away so we can't really see the hut anymore, and then
Actually,
Alright.
we can mansion up and take a rest.
I've got to go back and find Luna's mansion. I don't know where
God,
that.
I love how the game changes so much. Like playing a level 10, everything like that. Luma's tiny hut fucking sucks compared to.
The mansion.
Or imagine you just don't have a spellcaster and you're just all just sitting out in the dirt.
Like losers.
Like you have a campfire, you have a bedroll, and you're like, this sucks.
Okay, I suggest we like pool money and get Mike like a cheap like headset.
I mean,
Yeah.
the Logitech only costs like what, $20?
What are you doing, puppy? Come here.
Puppy, hi.
He's not wearing headphones. He can't hear you.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
My.
He's very sleepy though. He came over to see what I was doing because I got up.
Oh, Heidi's asleep on the heat right now.
My roommate's cat's over here just looking at me like I'm a serial killer or something.
Hell yeah, sounds like a cat.
Cats are cool. Cats don't like me, but I can appreciate the cat.
They're all right, you know. Second favorite domestic animal.
Okay,
We can faintly hear you, Mike. Very faintly. Turn your volume up on the mic substantially.
I think he turned it down.
Yeah, I think so.
His thing's lighting up. It's just we can't.
Mike, turn it the other direction.
I'm gonna crank him up a little bit. I feel like when he comes through, it's gonna be loud.
Do you want like the THX logo?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, I'm done.
That was not the DHX.
Thanks, Paul. No, that's it. That sound was their logo.
What, Bill the Cat?
It's really sped up. It's fine.
Let's say, hypothetically, that you were Build a Cat. Oh, there goes Mike.
Let's say hypothetically that
He's back, right, Mike?
that I wanted to cast.
Hang on. Let's see if we can hear him. Mike, go ahead and talk.
Mike, are you with us? Oh, hey, you
I
say
heard,
something
him,
again.
I heard him growl.
Okay, I don't think whatever you did worked, Mike. We can't.
Mike,
really
if you've turned into a werewolf, all we can hear is. "Rrr."
Mike, you're going
Mike.
through a tunnel.
Mike, if something's wrong, blink once.
If you're being held against your will.
There's nothing we can do about it, realistically.
Yeah, no.
We can call the police, but we don't really know where you live. So
Realistically, Roland got himself into this.
Yeah. We can hear you. It just sounds like you're very muffled. Can you hear us?
okay, I can hear you a bit.
It sounds like you're dying.
It's kind of coming through a little more, but it's still graggly.
I don't know.
I'm talking to a ghost.
It sounds like.
Has Roland been? Has Mike been dead since the beginning of the movie?
Oh,
Yes.
Someone, let me get my Ouija board. Hang on.
I can hear a door. I can hear a door.
I don't think that's the door you're thinking of.
You might want to maybe like try a quick restart if none of that other stuff worked.
Oh my god, I'm trying to hold it together.
Oh no, his regular headset gave out. You gotta jump on his phone.
Hang on.
Yeah, that was no. There is sound coming through, but it's nothing recognizable.
Yeah.
Okay. You can hear me, but I can. You can hear me.
I can.
Yes.
Okay.
You're coming in now. You're a little robotic,
Um,
but we can hear you now.
I can't hear you though.
Okay.
Wait, how did you know how to respond to that though?
Because he put text. George's typing it out.
For some reason, this is not connecting. I gotta change the thing. Figure out what the voice setting is.
Try to unplug it and plug it back in.
Finally figured it out. Okay.
Hello.
You guys,
My
yeah.
banshee
I'm
laugh helped Mike find the way back to the light.
Okay. Yeah. I'm fine. Can you? But you guys can't hear me. Okay.
Yes, we can hear you. Did
Yeah,
you-
we can hear you enough. You're a little robotic, but
Hello.
hey, that nothing we
Uh-oh.
can't
I
work
think
with.
I think he dropped again. Oh shit.
Hello.
We can
Hello?
hear you.
Mike.
Mike?
And I think that's the sigh of defeat. We've lost him. He's like,
Oh
can't
my
hear
gosh.
us.
Oh, hold on.
Hang on, I've got an idea. Mike, I've got an idea. Just
How
watch
about
the
that?
watch
Well, I
the.
can't hear you guys though.
Okay, hang on, let me-
Just keep
Hello, Mike.
doing
Say,
that.
you guys tell him the idea. He can't hear us right now.
Okay.
Can you
That's
hear
my
us?
solution. Just watch the stream, and we'll let you
Okay.
type it out.
Type it out. We'd
Oh,
be
there's
here
an idea.
forever.
Alright.
Mike is an orator.
Sure, he's a bit verbose.
That's what I was thinking of.
There you go. Thank you.
Did he just hum the Smurfs theme song?
The fuck?
Did he just go? Or was that me?
He did
It's
say
so-
something.
It sounded more. What did it sound like to me? Shit, I don't know.
Okay.
Sound like a background piece of music from like the Transformers cartoon.
Babe, what are you doing?
What, me?
Yeah.
I'm locking stuff up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, locking it down. Actually, I was gifted like a shit ton of Warhammer 40,000 models.
Oh,
Over
hell
the
yeah.
weekend. Yeah, hell yeah. And I decided I was going to like buy like a few small little models and everything. Like, all right, with all these stuff, fuck it, I'm gonna buy one of those super big, super nice cases. And it's a big, heavy closing. It's like a case that the bomb would be in the action movie. But it
Nice.
houses like $100 worth of models. That I was
Yeah, my
given.
LGS started carrying Warhammer stuff recently, and I'm like, I'm tempted.
There you go.
I already spent enough money on Magic the Gathering, but could I also spend more money?
I was gonna say I'm.
Uh-huh.
Do you want to spend silly money on it? Because this is the hobby for you.
Like, yeah, I just spent earlier today. I just put in an order for $40 worth of cardboard for like half a dozen cards.
I
Nice.
really, really want to try Warhammer, but it's so expensive.
It is super expensive. I started with getting like a starter set and having someone to play with, and then it just went from there. Because you gotta go in with like, oh, this is a cool model. Like at the very least, it is a dang, this is a cool thing you can put on a shelf, and that's
One of
most of
his-
the time what they are.
One of his models that I bought him for Christmas was over $100.
Good lord.
Oh, let me show you. I posted it a while back.
Have you tried just like buying
Okay.
gold?
All
It was
right.
I might just
$100.
buy gold in the future and then just put that on
Probably
my
cheaper.
shelf.
All right.
Yeah,
It was-
seriously.
All right.
It was
all right.
$130.
Okay. All right. Let's refocus back in. I don't think we're gonna get Mike's thing fixed anytime soon.
Mike's fixed.
Yeah, Mike's Mike. Mike, if you can hear me, hopefully you can. I don't know, but I typed in there. Go into Neil's stream and then just tell Neil what you want to do on your turn, and then hopefully we can get this resolved during the week. But we need to move on. All right.
So we're still in the mansion, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
you are now in the mansion, and we will. Let's get our mansion music up in here.
This, okay. I can hear the music, so that means it's going on the stream. Hell yeah.
All right. I had the music turned down and the sound effects, so we could try to maybe hear Mike better. All right. So you're in the mansion. It was getting close to evening when you guys, because you had already walked a full day. So yeah, is there anything you want to do specifically in the mansion, or do you just want to get something to eat and then hit the hay?
Yeah, I just want to stay.
This is your
Yeah,
chance.
let's get something to eat and at the very least and figure out our next steps. We didn't really get get any information about the area, and we don't even have like a map of this place.
You were told generally just to keep walking northeast, and eventually you would probably find it.
Probably, yeah.
The fact that you have already come across one outpost that had at what were at one point Crimson Elves,
Mm-hmm.
you would think that you've that you're
On the right
going
track.
the right direction.
I know
let me-
Roland would want a bath drawn for him, just because we've played with him long enough. But also, I want a bath as well.
All right, is Mike in your chat yet, Neil?
Mike, type in the chat.
It's his same name from Discord. It's I think it's still in
MJM.
there.
It's still in there.
Yeah.
Or he could type it into the general.
The suspense.
Okay, we're moving on. All right, so you have the servants, draw baths for everybody, take your orders. Is there anything you want to specifically talk about, like at night, or not at night, but over dinner, for example, before like you guys go to bed for the night?
So we have quite a bit to do ahead of us. We're, of course, saving Levis from Lulu.
Yeah, okay. that works.
Can you hear us,
We can just barely hear you there, Mike. If you can hear us.
Mike? Damn. Okay, didn't go through. Okay, so we have that going on. We also have to do the Blood War, We are going to have to probably deal with Demogorgon at some point. Not sure when that's going to be. Possibly sooner rather than later. We should just be ready for it whenever it happens.
And
Agreed.
we'll put you guys in here around the table.
Then we gotta, act the part.
Yes.
I just realized you couldn't see my character token because it was hidden
I-
behind the chat box.
I like how I moved Junie in there. She's like, "No, I'm a strong, independent woman. You don't move
Well, I
my
was-
token."
I was moving in there, or was moving my character, but I didn't do, and I was like, where'd it go?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Ah!
All right. So yeah, Cal's listing off like the different things you still have ahead of you. Is there anything else that you guys want to specifically talk about, or no?
Yes, can anyone actually hear me?
Yes,
Oh,
hey,
yes,
we can
yes,
hear
we
you
can hear you.
decently.
Whoa!
Sun returns.
Can you hear us?
Okay, yeah. Oh, finally. It's just that of all the times for my regular headset to crap out on me, and well,
We are going to get
So
you a
I'm
new
using my-
headset this week. This time you moved into the 21st century.
yes, I know, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna, I'm definitely getting one. Because
You can get a Logitech on Amazon for $20,
Yeah, I know.
It's kinda nicer.
Mr. Luddite.
and it'll be awesome. All right.
Okay.
All right.
In
So
any case, I will want to say something because Cal mentioned something about. Cal, you mentioned a funny thing about that you're dealing with that we're dealing with the end of the world. Funny you should mention that because it kind of ties into our Elven thing about Lolth, actually. Of Lolth.
So, Lolth is involved in the Demon War, he would be? The Blood War?
Well, see, here's the thing. The way Mumsy told, there's variations of the story, but the way Mumsy told it was this, that long ago, when the world was still young and the elves were still one people, there was a lovely, probably the loveliest and wisest of elven maidens, and Corlon fell in love with her, or with her beauty and grace, but she was also someone of ambition, and she wanted to rule the elves herself. But since there was a decree that said that gods could not murder one another, she conspired with Corlon's enemies to overthrow him, and even corrupted their own son. And in the I won't go into too much details because it's a long, the various plottings and schemings. But suffice to say, she ended up being exposed. And as punishment for the rebellious elves that went along with her, they were cast into what is called the Underdark, or some place of basically the absence of sunlight, warmth, basically, and that's what the Dark Elves supposedly are. Their son was basically was sent into exile, and his twin sister went with him, so he would not be alone. But in Lolth's case, he turned her into essentially a half-elf, half-spider, and cast her into the abyss. And as he cast her into the abyss, into the darkness, and she laughed in his face and said, "Oh, even now, you cannot kill me out of love, but I will see you again." And when that happens, that will be the end of everything. So, yes, when Loaf returns, that is what we believe is supposed to be, the last great battle of all the elven kind, and pretty much.
World ending.
So I don't
for
find it any coincidence that suddenly, here we have what's going on with the happening, and now we have this.
Yeah, she'd better hurry up, or Cthulhu beats her to the punch.
Yeah,
Um,
seriously.
Yeah.
anyone who is proficient, anyone except for Roland, anyone who is proficient in Arcana or Religion can make a check on one of those if they want to. At this
I
point,
have one of those.
That's
20.
not me.
14.
all right. Cal, as Roland is explaining this, you would know that for Loth to try to fight out of the abyss and then get to I can't remember where Corlon's plane is. I remember if it's Mount Celestia or.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on. Hang on. Momentito.
Hang on, let's get Perkins on the phone.
Right.
Perkins, give me this info stat. Stat him.
Status!
Status, please.
Does he need a hug?
Okay, it's Arvindor on Arborea. It would be somewhere around Mount Celestia. It'd be
Got
kind
it.
of
The goody two shoes
Yeah.
place.
That would take a considerable amount of effort and probably take a very long time. So she can, so she probably made this doomsday proclamation of, I'll see you again someday, and then when that is, that'll be the end of all things. But that would, if she's still in the abyss, she's probably got a long way to ghost.
Yeah, cool. All right, so I'm not too worried about that at the moment. Obviously, there are demons coming from the abyss. We'll keep it in mind, of course, because more people trying to kill us, I like to know about. Though, once again, faced with the Blood War and Cthulhu and I don't know. I think I'm forgetting something. I feel like please don't take this wrong way, but I am unimpressed.
Well, that's fine. That's fine. Well, that's fine. I mean, like I said, this was legend. I mean, but
I
then
think we should
again,
focus on
we've
the
seen a lot
problem
of strange
first.
things.
Like,
Yes.
obviously, we're going to have to deal with this. We know Perses is here somewhere. We know they're building this terrible gate somewhere. And we can probably bet if there's a demon spider elf, it's probably behind trying to make it this thing.
Yeah, she's gonna
So
want to
I'd
make
be
an
surprised if we
appearance.
weren't going to have to deal with something along those lines. And it might even have to tie in with the Blood War. I'm sure I'm sure they want this kind of stuff to happen too.
Yeah,
They-
definitely with that big spider here, I feel like we will see some kind of some kind of representation from Lolth, but I don't expect to meet this Spider Queen. What do you think, Luna?
Who say that?
an elf.
Oh God, I hope we don't meet her. She's
Absolutely just jinxed.
Do I have a minor do I know what Lolth looks like from any of my Arcana, or is it nothing?
I mean,
No,
I
you
would.
The only two people who've even heard of this right now are Roland and Luna because of their backgrounds and
Got it.
Okay, well,
being elves.
basically, to picture her, picture a centaur woman, but with a spider body instead of a horse body.
I'll
Ooh.
minor illusion that on the table, like a night
I'll be
lady.
honest, the top
with
half spider would actually be more terrifying.
Cal starts doing like police sketch guy.
Yeah. So like tarantula, like hairy leg bottom, and like prissy elf in like plate armor.
Sounds like a hell of a
Hold on.
broad.
Or like probably closer
Do
to
it the
Black
other way.
Widow.
Yes,
thing,
more Black Widow, and
Cool.
Try
terrifying.
with the top half spider, the bottom half elf.
So is it like charcoal, like dark elf, or what?
It's more like a kind of like a dark gray, kind of like almost. Funny enough, sort of similar to your skin, actually, with white hair. Now that I come to think about it.
Wait a
Ah.
minute.
I've been had. I've actually been a drow this entire time. The horns, they just come off. I'll tug on the horn a little bit, trying
Cal
to
was a drow the whole time. Roll for initiative.
That's why I can never see shit. I always have sunlight sensitivity.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be like,
Sure.
Are you sure that you don't have any elven ancestry somewhere down the line, Cal?
No,
I
just
mean, come to think
yeah,
of
we can hear
it.
you. Sorry, I keep just talking loudly. But yeah, so okay, noted. What do you guys think? Should we really get involved if it's not immediately in front of us? Like, I'm hesitant to deal with this unless the Lolth is immediately in front of us, until we deal with the Showing Blood War and Cthulhu.
I kind of agree with you.
Yeah,
unless Lolth is literally standing in front of us, I don't mind. Like, if she's like a couple hundred yards to the left, we just keep walking.
keep up.
Legs probably be
Unless she's if she's involved in the Blood Wars, we go for her. If she's an immovable object in our path, we go for her. But like,
She's not the most important person on our to-do list.
I
Wait,
think
so-
that would piss her off and it'd make it great.
Hold on. I just realized something. We haven't actually fought like a literal god yet.
Yeah, we did. We fought you know who.
We fought the prince.
You fought the demon lord of Knowles, who the Knowles worship as a god.
That's not really like divine
Yeah, it's
power,
not.
though.
It's not a divine power. No.
We're not fighting against clerics. We're fighting against warlocks and other nonsense. No offense, these.
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay, good.
The closest things you guys have come to fighting gods have been these powerful demon lords that you've been going up against.
Yes, but this is a literal god. This is like divinity.
Something to that effect, yeah. Someone who
Even
basically
when you
can
were
be-
faced
yeah.
with the Raven Queen, not a true.
You don't really worship the Raven Queen. She doesn't get run on those prayer powers.
No, the Raven Queen's got like
Oh, she does?
followers.
She's
Oh,
got
okay.
followers, yeah.
Most of them are in the Shadowfell.
So
Yeah.
everything but Raven Queen's everything but a god.
I mean, she's got like a whole race of people that follow the Shatterkai, which are like
Oh yes.
respective elves.
I guess
Cool.
it depends on your setting. Raven
Hang on,
Queen,
I'm
yeah.
gonna mute and pop a drink real quick.
So, okay. Well, okay, that does change things a little bit. We haven't fought an actual like divine god though.
And that doesn't sound, I don't exactly
That sounds like you're artificially narrowing our
Yeah, we're-
accomplishments.
No.
Well,
Look,
instead of
hold
start,
on.
like doing math in her head, like, can I fight a dad? I kind of want to do that.
Look,
Next episode, Vola fights a god.
And wins. Implying Vola isn't a fucking god.
not that I don't
Only in her own mind.
Not that I don't want to kind of do that, because God Killer Calamity sounds really fucking cool. But
I think
I
we
just-
exceeded our expectations a little.
yeah, no, I don't really know how. Look, what is it? That's religion checks and shit for like, if gods can die, if they come back, if like the actual nuts and bolts of how godhood works. Is that Arcana or religion at that point?
I would give you either.
Okay.
Would a mortal actually know?
Would I know? Would my half-assed brought up of the Order
Okay,
Arcanum?
Okay, hang on. Specifically, what is it you're trying to figure out?
Can a god be killed? Can a god is a god of like killable by mortals through
Alright.
mortal means? Can I stab Lolth and kill her?
You guys can make an Arcana check. I think Kelsey already did.
I mean, for the last thing.
Oh, okay. If you want to make an Arcana check, you can, but the DC is going to be higher.
35.
This is, hang on,
Oh my god.
hang on. This is more of a religion thing, I would feel.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
And so, hang on. That's why I said the DC would be higher. Don't worry, you've got a 35. But Saris, if you want to make the same roll, I would say for you the DC would only be like 15. Oh God! Wow.
No.
Hey,
The same roll.
All these
There we
elven,
go.
Give me,
Alright.
give me a third.
all these
Give me a third
elven
12,
religions
baby.
are just so foreign to him.
So
This whole god killing stuff isn't really your thing, Sarah.
what you would think, Cal, from what you know of how magic works, for example, and how the different planes work, for example, like for example, you know that like when you kill things on the material plane, some things like demons and devils, you don't kill them. You just destroy them on the material plane, and then they reform in either the Nine Hells or they reform in the Abyss.
Got it.
So you would think like if you were to fight a god on the material plane, i.e., on the planet of Levis,
Mm-hmm.
that is not going to destroy or kill the god. That if you were meant to kill a god, or if it were at all possible, it would happen. It would have to happen in their realm,
which seems
on their home
difficult.
turf.
Okay. Okay.
Which would
I'm not really
in your mind,
y'all.
You're powerful. I doubt we're that powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So if
What was
we
that
were
you said
to
at the item about
actually,
being semi-mortal.
yeah. So dealing with Lolth would literally mean going to the abyss and going to her house, kicking the door in, and
What?
saying, "Give us your lunch money." I don't.
Oh well, I was suggesting that they would, if and this is just me is guessing here. were you talking about that the rumors are that the Crimson Elves were trying to open a gate to the Nine Hells? Yes. To the Abyss? Yes. Is that what it was?
Well, yeah, they definitely would be, but honestly, gates like that are kind of tough to make. It takes a lot of
Well-
effort and weeks, if not months, to do something like that.
Well, here's a thought.
Be hard to miss, I guess,
What
then.
if? Well, here's a
They
thought.
actually
What
can be
if,
quite small if need be.
Well, here's a thought. What if it's not these Crimson Elves that are doing this? And I know this sounds hard to believe, but what if somehow the Dark Elves had come here, thanks to all what's going on with all of this craziness up in the sky and everything else? What if they came here and they're the ones trying to build the gate?
Then they're doing it for the wrong side.
Can I be honest real quick, Roland? It feels,
Sure.
like you're trying to correlate without cause.
Wow.
Maybe so. Maybe so. Maybe
I don't know.
so,
But
but we know. But here, think about this. We already know that the plane of defenses are weakening. We already know that there were certain things that have come from other places, aces, that have entered into our world. Would it be really that hard to imagine that these Dark Elves of these great legend, I mean, although I'm kind of wondering if they are now, were able to somehow come here, and they're the ones trying to build this gate, and they're trying to and it's not the Crimson Elves at all. It's these other elves that are doing it. And the other Crimson Elves are just basically caught in the middle. Maybe why else would they be, it's a theory, I realize that. I mean, but is it really that hard to imagine at this point?
Either way, regardless of whether it's the Crimson Elves or the Dark Elves, we got to stop them either way. We'll figure it out once we're stopped.
I'm thinking if there's this gate if they're trying to build this gate, we have to shut it down, at the very least.
Agreed. Definitely agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So it's getting kind of late. You guys have eaten. Do you want to go to bed so you can get headed?
Yeah, let's get a rest and get up, and we gotta get going tomorrow.
Yeah, I want a nappy.
I'm going to stay up a little. Roland's going to stay up a little bit so he can read a little bit more of his manual.
Okay.
But I don't know. I mean, I don't know how much he would be able to do that.
Well, I tell you what, we'll say that we'll say that like you guys probably made the mention at like 8. We'll say that like you guys spend probably 4 hours. You probably spend like an hour eating and talking and whatever. Then maybe you stay up until like midnight or 1 o'clock. So we'll give you like 4 hours reading on the books.
Okay.
Unless you're Luna, in which case you can get 8 hours out of that. Because Luna only has to sleep for 4 hours technically.
Yeah.
Or meditate for 4 hours, yeah. And then if you want to, you can read them again in the morning for like another 4 hours or say before you guys, because you got the mansion for 24 hours before you guys like again. How does that sound?
Yes,
That sounds perfect, actually.
All right.
I need to further myself into this book to catch up with the boys.
You can also, if you want to, you don't even have to sleep. Now, if you want to stay up like reading a book, you're not going to get your spell slots back and all your hit points. You don't get the benefits of a full rest.
We don't need it that bad.
And you have one level, and you're going to have one level of exhaustion, but all that does is hurt you on ability checks. It's up to you. You have options.
Yeah, no. I really should sleep, and I need the spell slots because
Okay.
I keep my party alive.
Okay, then what we're going to say is, Luna, we'll say that you can get 4 hours before you go to bed. Or, I'm sorry, 4 hours before everybody else goes to bed, and then another 4 because you only have to sleep for half those 8 hours. So 8 hours now, and then we'll do another 4 hours in the morning, so 12 hours. Cal and Roland, you'll be able to split those 4 now, and then when you wake up in the morning, up until noon. How does that sound? You'll both get
That's
8.
perfect. Yep.
Cal, is
So,
that good?
I'm sorry. How many? 4 hours? Just want to make sure I'm writing.
Roland and Cal, you're both going to get 8 hours on your book. Luna's going to get 12.
Okay.
Okay.
Woohoo. So I'm at 20.
Okay.
Good.
All right, so you guys go to bed for the night. Go ahead and put yourselves in your rooms.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Do that.
These just
Nope.
teleports.
No reason.
Oh God.
Oh god damn it!
What'd you do, Thiza?
Oh, here we go.
No, we can smell when the plot's beginning.
Oh, this
You
is
smell what the rock
yeah,
is
but
cooking.
that's what we
Guys, it's probably
that-
just gonna be one of our dream things. Remember, we had dreams like 3 years ago.
yeah.
Oh,
This is
that's-
the kind of stuff I'm looking. This is what I look forward to.
Get in here without Luna's giving it permission to.
Yeah, but the plot's coming through. So
I'm gonna put Vola in her room. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So you guys go to bed.
Gonna get it during the night,
You guys go to bed. Cal,
of course.
while you are sleeping, you begin to dream.
Hey,
I'm zooming in on Cal on the stream so that.
enhance. Oh god.
Oh shit!
Oh, okay. Never mind. I know this one is.
Dad.
Calm, panic, calm.
And you see now, when you open your eyes, when you come awake, when you're first realizing that you're in this shared vision, you're actually in a grand hall in your father's castle on Avernus. And it's kind of like a fest hall. There are devils of all kinds celebrating on either side of you. They're drinking, they're punishing the wicked very badly in ways I won't describe.
You get it, yeah.
They are basically celebrating. Your father looks very pleased. And he slides a tankard across a short table to you.
Kind of a dream, so I feel like I'm kind of somewhere. I got here somewhere, so we're celebrating something. I'm gonna take a swig.
All right. And he raises his glass to you, and he leans in towards you for a toast across the table.
Hail Hydra.
Yeah, nearly. I'll raise the glass up high, happy in our accomplishment. I probably am not even remembering that we're in the mansion in the Demon Waste right now. This is just a good time right now. Raise it high.
And he takes his drink back, and you realize that when he's drinking, you can see blood running down the corner of his mouth.
Oh,
He's drinking a Bloody Mary, obviously.
When you look into your tankard, it just looks like it doesn't appear to be blood. You would guess that if it was blood, it was going to be thicker.
Mm-hmm.
So yours just looks like it's probably just a normal goblet of wine.
Got it.
Whatever.
It's like when the parents are drinking wine and like they give the grape juice.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Yep,
There you go.
Whatever
That's
particular vintage is
100% it.
right now, yeah. Yeah, you've got the grape juice. All right.
Perfect.
And
I'll
he says,
throw it back.
"It is good to see you, son. We are taking a moment from the war and celebrating a recent victory."
I'll as is that, I'll kind of like come to a little bit and realize like, oh, this is where it is. Well, good to hear. What was the win?
Well, we turned back the horde momentarily and drove them back from Avernus back to the Abyss. It's happened more times than any of us can care to remember. They'll be back by sunup. But until then, we have a moment's respite, and for that we celebrate.
Good to hear.
I sensed you were at a crossroads.
Yes, we're exceptionally deep in the southern wastes. We might be crossing paths soon if you actually make landfall in the mortal plane.
I sense whose children you are coming close to being in contact with.
Whose children? Is
Yeah.
this that elf? The Lolth lady. Woman.
Yes, her name is just Lolth.
Lolth. Consider me a new student to the subject. Is she going to be a problem here? Are
She
their
is
children
not.
going to be
She is not part of the Blood War.
fantastic?
However, she does represent her own unique threats. Lolth while taking refuge in the abyss. And by taking refuge in the abyss, I mean she was hurled in there by a former lover.
Uh-huh.
Hate it when that happens.
Yeah, that feel when.
She is as much a prisoner in the abyss where she is as the goddess of chromatic dragons is here in the Nine Hells.
Tiamat. Uh-huh.
Very good. Because they have a similar predicament.
They want out back to
They both want out. They both want the same things. They want to be free of where they are for different purposes. Tiamat wants to destroy the earth and have it ruled by dragons.
see. What holds Lolth in the abyss? What keeps her there? The threat of the other princes?
And he leans close to you now. Fear.
Fear. The Spider Queen fears?
Yes, she fears her former lover.
Ah, the Coralon guy. Coralon? Coralon.
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 I don't have much beef with him. He is a busybody, though.
Yeah, can't get around those people.
Yes. No, she fears Coralon. She knows that if she is to meet Coralon again, they will most likely battle to the death. What do I care? More power to them.
Must
But
power
that is
you.
what keeps her into... That's what keeps her in the abyss. She could have left long ago if she wanted to. She's chosen not to. Tiamat is a different story. Tiamat is very well bound here in the Nine Hells, and she is bound here specifically to protect your world.
Good to hear. So, if Lolth fears reprisal and combat with Coralon, what is Lolth's children doing in the mortal plane?
They continue to give her power, to build her up. Beings such as Loth still need and feed upon the energy given to them by their followers.
Got it. So, they're
So,
here
in
to
a sense, she is hoarding power that she most likely, in the end, won't do anything with.
see. Well,
That does not make her children any less dangerous. They are zealots.
see. Would they be, I hope they're not getting any directly involved with, Blood War to keep our enemies to a minimum, but I feel like, negotiating won't turn out well for them.
Whatever her children are doing, wherever it is that you're going, just be careful. They move in numbers, they can be quite deadly, and they are powerful spellcasters. But they do need to be stopped. I don't know what they're up to, but again, it goes back to what I was telling you a moment ago. Loth, Tiamat, they have the same goals. Freedom. If somehow their followers were to start working together towards those ends, that would be a much bigger problem.
Got it. So, dispatching a few drow. No, I'm sorry. They know. Has Roland called them drow yet?
Yeah, I think.
Okay, good. All right. So dispatching drow is always a good measure. Perfect.
So while with Loth, it's a matter of she wants to be free, but deep down she knows that even when she can be, she won't. Tiamat, however, is a different matter. If they were to work together, somehow manage between their followers to find a way for both of them to come to your world.
So
Loth will probably be scared like a crab, like a hermit crab in a shell, but Tiamat will not.
Got it. A cleansing of their drow would make sure that any plans of working together, which I assume if someone from the Abyss and someone from the Nine Hells wanted to work together, the mortal plane would be their meeting ground. So dispatching these would be an important thing to do. It's more than
Dispatching them is important because of the unknowns and the possibilities.
got it.
They are a significant threat, even though they're, and he does finger quotes, even though their goddess is reluctant to actually leave.
Got it. Let's make sure that to not give her any new opportunities. Then
I will
you'll take a swig of that wine.
I will say further that if the Drow have managed to breach into your world, most likely due to this other being that's hammering at it from beyond the far realm,
Got it.
you will never be rid of them. If they are in fact there, they're not just in whatever region it is that you're in. They're most likely everywhere.
The Drow are pests.
Yes.
All right then.
That is an appropriate. It's like cockroaches. Once they're in, there are, for the ones that you do see, there are thousands that you do not. So for the hundreds of Drow that you see, there are, well, you can do the math.
Got it. So I will be sure to take care of them sooner. Our biggest priority is that other entity, but if we, but as long as we take care of that, then a nice clearing of the Drow in the area will be good to hear.
And also be wary, even though Loth is not directly involved in the blood war, your actions, your presence around her children may be enough for other demons to get the word about where you are, and for one of them to actually come after you, perhaps do something about that. The Drow are demon summoners. They bind demons into their service.
Well, then I'll make sure to be ready for more, always after. Any news on Demogorgon? Have any of the princes actually reached to the mortal plane, as far as you could tell?
Yes, at least two that I know of. They're not currently in the abyss, so our spies tell us.
Which are they?
Those would be Grazit and Frasburblue.
I know of Grazit.
Potentially others. We've not heard rumblings from Orcus for quite some time.
Hopefully good news.
Hopefully.
I know of Grazit, partially. Well, hold on. Arcana for these two?
Yeah, you can make an Arcana check. You have been reading
4.
about demons and stuff already in the campaign. And he goes, yes, both very powerful demon princes. Not as powerful as Demogorgon.
Okay, got it.
But more powerful than you know who.
Yeah. I'll, yes, him.
Yes. Demons. Quite predictable.
Of course.
Which is funny. Very ironic since they're also so chaotic.
Except
He kind of rubs his chin, and for what you would perceive as a comic moment for your father, he kind of thinks about that and he goes, they're predictable in their chaos.
Dang. Hold on. Was that a fucking dad joke? Gino?
No, Gene, I mean, your father,
It was.
your father didn't name him. I mean, that's
He
just...
did. I know he didn't name him, but it's really fucking funny. Okay.
You never realized that?
No, I know I did, but he made the joke now. Now it's like different. So Kyle's just gonna like kind of like chuckle at that, and they kind of look at him and it's like, fuck, that was like. He's not saying this. He's just thinking it. It's like, fuck, that's like a fatherly thing.
And he kind of, and he gives a wink, and he takes another. You know, a bone devil comes and pours a drink into his tankard, more blood wine into his tankard.
Okay.
And then kind of shuffles off, and he's like, and he kind of raises his arms around, you know, and shows you all the partying devils and everything. And goes, see, son, we're really not all that bad here. And he kind of smiles now, and that smile that you know that is trying to lure you to take his place one day.
Yeah, no, I know that one. I'll sip my wine and everything like that, and says that's good to hear. Anyways, I should probably be getting some rest. I'm sure that I have a lot to do tomorrow.
I'm sure you'll do fine. Just again, be very wary. The drow are very thick with magic, and every bit of it is foul.
Well,
And that's something coming from me.
got it. Oh, how is the other incursion on the other side of the world, the one in Limetown?
Did he tell you about that?
Did he? I thought someone mentioned. I thought
One of your
someone
sisters mentioned it, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, what have you,
Yeah, my sister mentioned it. Yes, that they're doing stuff over there.
Yes. They're Lingbed. We have forces coming into that region now, led by Commander Kala. She's a capable commander, but we had to have some sort of buffer against the rising number of demons making it into your world.
Well, that's
They're not going to take much. Perhaps make a contract here or there. That's to be expected.
yeah, nothing that wouldn't already be happening.
And he raises his arms up again. We provide a service.
Yeah, no, it's a heck of a service. Warlocks good business, I assume.
We're going to go into new markets. What? We're not going to find new business.
Yeah.
Thought.
What is the going cost for a soul here?
Well, it depends on what they want.
Fair point.
Not everything is a soul. Sometimes you know what the cost is. And then he realized he's talking about you and your sisters.
Yeah. I kind of catch that. All right, well, I must rest now and prepare for tomorrow. But I appreciate the time to talk.
Very good. You've still so many things to do still on this planet, but every now and then when I can watch you from afar, you make me proud.
Thank you.
And he smiles, and he actually smiles sincerely at you. The smile of a proud, sincere father, who's also one of the
Yeah.
But can he compete with Thorny Mick is the real question.
archdevils.
Right.
That's the question, I guess. I'm just gonna delete that thought from my memory right there. Just, backspace.
You know who would probably get a huge kick out of that though? Like Thanksgiving with Cal's family,
Right.
the dad coming over, to have dinner with like mom.
That'd be a hell of a show.
You know who would be into that is Thorny Mick.
Oh yeah. No.
He'd be like, oh my god.
Can I use modify memory on myself?
No.
That's burnt in there, baby.
So he raises his tankard one more time and goes, well, we've chatted enough. I've enjoyed our time together though, but the demons will be back soon enough here on the plains of Avernus, and they're not going to kill themselves.
Well, someone's got to. Cal will raise his own tankard and just throw it back, finishing off the last of it as he just falls back asleep, I guess.
All right. And he goes, oh, and one last thing, but it's already fading out.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
You don't hear it. Sorry.
That's fine. It was probably nothing.
All right. So you guys wake up in the morning. Luna, was there anything you were just reading in your book, I think, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you guys sleep through the night. You're awakened by the smell of breakfast. Thick, hearty sausages, like the big Eckrich Farm sausage.
Extra thick!
Lots and lots of cinnamon rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Plates of eggs, spicy potatoes, breakfast casserole.
Roland's eating it all with a knife and fork as he reads.
Does he read? Oh yeah, he's reading the manual.
So we'll see.
Yep.
Since
Why is everyone reading all these books? I don't understand.
I don't get it either. Yeah.
that would be hell for Vola to find an ability book that she has. Like
Everyone sitting around the table reading, over breakfast is personal hell. I'm up early, and everyone's just ding. It's not right.
for Vola to have to read something for 48 hours within 6 days.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah. All right, so we'll say that after that, because some of you did want to spend a little more time reading. Perhaps Thiza and Saris play cards. Who knows?
If Thiza and Saris, play some poker. They're
Yes.
friends.
And so we'll say you guys leave about noon,
Mhm.
and get back out on your way. Let me kill our.
I was gonna say this music would be a little tonally inconsistent going into the Southern Wastes.
Yeah, little like parlor music as everyone's going through like this apocalyptic wasteland.
You know what? That would, considering all the fucked up shit that happens on this adventure, that sounds exactly like something that would happen.
Does Cal
Yeah.
take a moment to talk about what he learned with the others?
Yeah, once we're finishing around breakfast and Cal's finished. So I talked to my dad last night.
Well, how was that? Was he doing okay?
He's doing good. Thank you for asking.
Oh,
Awesome.
is he going to put on a new? Is he going to put on a new production like a play and everything like this? I mean, I know he's supposed to be a skilled. I know he's supposed to be a
Roland,
skilled.
shut the fuck up.
Oh, it's not. Oh, not that dad. No,
Roland,
no,
not in charge of
other
that.
dad.
Lighten up, man.
Man, I don't wanna think about that. Look, I'm happy for my mom, but
Listen, you could do a lot worse than having Thorny Mick as your stepdad. I'm gonna be honest.
look,
He's got a lot of money.
realistically,
Seriously,
yes.
in the West and also in like Avalane and even like parts of our Europe, like Eris and Mirstadt. This dude is like Elvis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's basically my mentor, so technically we are very much closer now.
There would very much be like a Thorny Mick, Aloha from Bloodletter Sea or something. Satellite special broadcast all over the world if they all had satellites.
I don't know why, but this image that I posted.
Okay. Yeah. Look, I'll admit, yeah, it could be way worse. Just the only problem is when I hear "Can't Help Falling in Love" by Thorny Mick, I start thinking of things that I really don't want to think about, and it's just all ruined for me.
That was a hell of an EP, though. That sounds like a you problem.
Yeah, you know what? It is a me problem, and
I
I'm gonna
understand
keep.
you're comfortable, but you have to understand it's very funny for everyone else.
Yeah, no, I know. Anyways, so I talked with Carnifex, the pit fiend dad.
So
And that Lolth woman, definitely bad news. Double checked over there. Yeah, not good. But usually not the biggest problem. The good news is that it's not a now problem. The bad news is it is now a forever problem. Because
forever problem.
well, from all the information I've learned is that if you find one drow, you find there's a couple hundred or 1,000 more where you can't see it.
well, we've seen zero drop.
Well,
Whoa, wait a minute.
we found
wait a minute. He says they're real then.
Oh yeah. They were in the abyss, and I assume they've been ported here thanks to the
Procedure. He did not say they were from the abyss.
Where were they? Where did he say they were from? Like
He
the
did not-
drow.
I
Well,
said
but he did.
He did not tell you where the drow were from. He told you that Lolth is in the abyss
Okay.
and that they are her children, but he did not say that they were from the abyss because
Okay. Sorry.
they
Let me
not.
rephrase.
He didn't tell you where they were from. But
Let me rephrase. The drow are definitely real, and definitely a followers to Lolth, and their worship gives her power. But the good news is it's pretty easy to solve. Just make sure there are not more drow worshiping than you can allow it. So, so for a good idea from now on is to just deal with drow like pests and just take care of them. They seem to all
see.
from all I can tell they're evil worshipping elves that probably are just bringing more causes. They make deals with demons. They have them serve them. Their lady is in the abyss. She's still in the abyss and she's not going anywhere yet. But we don't want her to find a new opportunity with a couple million people worshiping her.
Well, the legends say that the Drow were very similar in terms of they were almost like the moral opposites of the Ershon and the Savari when the Ershon and the Savari were basically still culturally one group.
Uh-huh.
Essentially, yeah. Basically, the idea is like light and shadow, dark and light, that sort of thing. You know, one balances out the other. Um, Wood elves are kind of their own. Wood elves somehow they're kind of in between. At least that's what according to how it's supposed to sort of be a little
A little
bit.
harsh on wood elves, but
Well, no. If you
Rob Rush,
let's
mister.
face it.
He hates
Well,
people
from
like exactly
what I
like.
understand some of the stories I've heard from some certain wood elves, they're kind of they can be, well, they're supposed to be very skilled archers, very skilled at tracking and everything like this, but mostly they're kind of they seem oblivious to social norms.
no
as far as I
kidding.
know.
Sarah's will look
Oh
at
yeah,
Roland.
No kidding.
oh, yeah.
Looking at him as well.
Yeah, they sort of, a little bit, the things, but you're fine and like this. I mean, they're a little bit, don't really they don't really seem to care much for, societal laws except their own kind of thing. But they're not, but
Isn't that how most societies act though? Like they think they think their society is best.
well, they're kind of very,
Usually
they don't like cities very much, essentially. I mean, there's, I mean, they, apparently, but apparently they have bears for pets, from what I understand.
That sounds awesome.
That sounds inconvenient.
Who has
Well,
bears as pets?
I'll act like it.
Who has bears as
What?
pets?
This is important, Lord.
Oh,
George.
the wood elves have bears for bears for pets.
Okay,
It's
no, yeah,
basically-
I was
yeah.
about to say,
So
I thought we were talking about the drow. I was like, the fuck?
Yes, they worship their
No.
bear queen.
All these underground bears.
no,
Those eight-legged bears.
No, drow,
God.
Eight-legged bears that bark bees.
I hate it.
Spider bears,
Super lol.
bears.
Damn.
Anyways, so look, I say from now on, guys, if we find Drow, treat them as demon worshipping and very hostile. Okay?
We'll be on our guard, but I'm not going to attack someone without, reasonably defending myself.
Look, these
It's
they're
called
all like descended from an exceptionally evil person. Like,
And so are you,
Well,
Cal.
And a
technically- well,
demon.
Well, technically,
Damn.
Cal, they're sort of like they're technically we're both.
I get
all
that they have a bad
descended from them.
reputation and that they're probably going to try and kill us, but we will at least wait for them to try and kill us before we kill them first, okay? I'm not comfortable with attacking someone based on their genealogy. If they're going to fight us, that's fine. If there's evil, as you say, I'm sure they'll just attack us on sight. But I'm not just going to go and strike first.
yeah, you're right. All right, that's a good point.
I love
Got
how
a little ahead of myself.
I love how Roland's like, I want to go break shit, but they won't let me.
No, you mean Cal?
We'll definitely be on our guard, though. Well-
Yeah, no, definitely.
But yeah, murder, not cool. No, even if they're evil and they deserve it, still murder.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, there is part of me that is a little bit fascinated about this thing because, after all, I mean, finding out that, certain bedtime stories are actually just, Mumsy's going to be really interested, I'm sure, about this. I don't know about the other elves, though. That's fine.
At the very least, yeah, it'll be good to let people know. That's
Well, they're going to find out. They'll definitely find out eventually. I mean, if there's as many as Cal's saying, and they're saying they are numerous, then they're not. Are they just localized here, or where are?
All over the place. They're
Oh, God.
if,
Yeah,
if they're if they're
eventually-
here,
eventually-
they're here.
That's going to be
Well,
hard to
here's the
explain.
thing. Well, here's the thing. Legend does the stories say that they're kind of that they only come out at night, kind of like vampires do.
Or man-eaters.
Because what?
Holland
Because
oak man-eaters? Never mind.
yeah,
I got
no,
the rest.
because
Watch out,
Yeah.
boy, she'll chew you up.
yeah, no, because apparently they don't like the sun for
not too hot on it myself to hear in the ways.
Yes. I mean, yeah. Because the thing the story said that they dwelled underground for so long that that their skin is very sensitive to sunlight. I don't think it would kill them necessarily, but I mean so they prefer the nighttime more than anything else.
This place could use some water features. Is all I'm saying. Like a river,
Yes, a
lake.
little bit. Yeah, so they'll at least dig up a well of some sort. Yeah.
Yeah, place is miserable, but yeah, we'll be on our guard. So, demons, drow, evil spiders, in addition to what we already thought, crimson elves. Well,
Mhm.
could be worse.
So, what direction are we going in?
Still heading
The
northeast,
place
right?
which has less sand, or the place that has more sand?
I think it's every direction is more sand.
Yeah.
Sarah, as you say that, you hear the rumblings of a storm up ahead.
Oh fuck.
You know what? Levis isn't worth it. Let's go home.
And the skies darken. But Ceres, it is so hot out in this God's forsaken wasteland that very little rain actually falls because most of it is evaporating before it hits the ground. But the winds, Ceres, the winds are so fierce and they blow so much hot sand over all of you for the next 2 hours. I need everyone to give me a DC 20 Constitution saving throw.
Why am I make this one? Fuck yeah. Hang on.
Friendship.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Ceres' aura is huge now, so it could probably put everyone in there.
Yeah, you all get the +4.
Hey! I got a 21, baby.
Ooh.
Um,
Okay.
So I can bend luck Vola to possibly get her up to 20.
Bye, Luna.
Oh wait,
Hold on.
Vola,
just-
add your
There we go.
yeah.
Luna does a sad, and she just like drifts off into the sandstorm. Like, bye guys. Ah.
Alright, so Vola, you tried to use luck?
No, I accidentally rolled the wrong thing.
Oh, I thought you were using luck to reroll. Okay.
Yeah, show Constitution check, not save.
All right. Luna, you do have your daily inspiration. You were one of the people that was here tonight when we started.
I'll do it.
Want to use that?
I feel like George is trying to throw shade at me through the screen.
No, I'm not throwing shade at you. I'm just saying she's got hers.
I mean, I was asleep in the first part of it, so I definitely.
All right. So, yeah, Cal, with Ceres +4, you're good. You do not get a level of exhaustion. Luna, with your 12 plus Ceres' 4, that's a 16. That's a fail.
Yeah.
You do take a level of exhaustion, and now you are going to have disadvantage on ability checks. Vola, with your 14 plus 4, were you going to bend luck on Vola's?
Yeah, I'll do that one just because it's actually a fair chance to do it.
All right. You're looking for 2. All right. You've been luck on Vola. You do not have a level of exhaustion. Thiza, you also pass, and you do not have a level of exhaustion. Ceres, you're fine. So this storm is particularly harsh on Luna. Every particle of this hot sand that beats up against you, Luna, it's like a little needle.
Oh.
It's like you're being sandblasted. The way that an artisan would etch glass.
Funny you said needle today.
I'm very sad.
Kelsey got a shot earlier today at the doctor's.
In the knee.
Yeah, she's.
Ow.
So, there you go. It's fresh in the mind of what that is.
George is reopening trauma.
Sorry.
George.
Sorry. Unfortunately, I can't see you, so you can't hold up an X card. I apologize. All right.
Okay, yeah. That's just a question I'm asking the DM.
Really?
I don't know.
Jesus
well,
Christ,
it's a
Roland.
2-hour storm. It's
Yeah.
a 2-hour storm, too.
We'll say you had 2 hours before the storm. So you and Cal, I don't know. I mean, Cal and you had a conversation, so I'm going to say you both get 1 hour. Both only get 1 hour.
Okay, that's fine.
No
yeah.
talking to each
Okay.
other.
All right.
Only book.
Eventually, the storm passes. And after the storm has passed, you see ruins up ahead now.
Okay, everyone give me a minute. I gotta get this sand out of my freaking armor.
These is like, I
Yeah,
gotta
Sarah,
take
you
off.
don't
Let's
know.
spend a few minutes.
Sarah, you're hard pressed to find out the last time you were miserable. Maybe it was when you found out your mom had been murdered by a lich, but
That's definitely worse.
Yeah.
We can at least bring her back. You're stuck with sand now.
this is the storm that passed you, that blew over you.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
It'll
that's
take a
neat.
few minutes
Yeah.
to take off his armor, get all the sand out of it, and he's probably like really pissed off, like swearing under his breath, like stupid.
So once we're out of the storm, I am going to use my boots of flying to give me 3 hours to read.
Okay, I mean you're probably closer to the ruin.
We're at a
We were
at a
here,
thing
though.
right now.
We're here.
Yeah.
We are here. Sorry.
Oh dang! I just want to add 3 more hours.
We'll say that you could have done 2 more hours while you were.
Getting the shit.
I mean, it's kind of a stretch.
She wasn't talking like during
No.
that conversation, so she
Yeah,
could
but-
read.
Yeah.
We already determined that if you're walking, you can't get it.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, winged boots is not like riding on something, but I'll give it to you. All
Well,
right.
no, I thought I got exhaustion because I was dealing with all that. When I'd be distracted, I couldn't read.
Oh, yeah, that's why I only gave you. I was talking about like before the storm.
Okay.
We all got 2 hours from it, so go for it.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I'm at 24 right now. Fantastic.
Yeah, same here.
I'm at 22. I'm feeling good.
You guys and your stupid nerd books.
Yep.
These is like, that's great.
So
Okay.
you see the ruins up ahead. What would you like to do?
Okay, another
Go
day
around.
of reading, and my charisma will actually be stronger than humanly possible.
That's cool and all with the spell books, and we get it and everything. You see ruins in front of you. What would you like to do?
Fine, let's
I would
go.
like to go investigate.
Check out the
Alright.
ruins.
Wait,
like,
hold up. Before we start venturing forward to things, and imagine, and it's saying, shouldn't, I mean, we should probably see, probably be cautious a little bit. I mean, I imagine if I were some Crimson Elves, I mean, this would be, and I was trying to ride out some storm, that would be a place that I would,
Roland, this is the only
Camp
structure
out
we've
there.
seen for miles.
Roland, we're always careful. Let's
If
just go
there's- listen,
investigate.
this is the only structure we've seen for miles.
Real quick,
No,
Thesa turns to Ceres and says, "Hey, Ceres, you want to?"
devices and things like
Real quick, Thesa turns to Ceres and says, "Hey, Ceres, do you want to inspire us real quick?"
No. Let's
Okay.
how about I give a little quick chat before we actually get into there?
How does a paladin inspiration work?
go. You're all not dead because of me. Be grateful.
Why do you think I inspired Sarah's
In
more than
fairness,
anyone else?
the Whitehall fight kind of did prove that.
Yeah. Ceres is just a walking fortress of making George's life
Confirmed. That's true.
Oof.
Well, do you have anything to say, Cal, before we venture forth into these, into
Yeah, yeah. Let's cover everything real quick. So, obviously, someone's gonna be in here in this godforsaken desert wasteland where nothing seems to be nice here. The only solid shelter that'll take something. Someone's gonna be in here resting if there's like anyone for the next 10 miles. Obviously, we got to keep an eye out for what we saw before. Those Crimson Elves can be a problem. Drow can be a problem. Demons can be a problem. Cthulhu can be a problem. Our safety circle is now nice and big, so let's all make sure to be next to Ceres when we can. But obviously, if spells are getting thrown by them, try
Still
to
stay
spread
close.
out so we don't all get hit like we got hit by that rust dragon. Not the rust dragon, by the hungerer.
If we walk in and he's in here, he'd be so pissed.
Well, he may have a shit ton of magic items that he's like been feeding on for later or something like that. I don't know. Maybe he's got some archmage robes that he's been using as a napkin. I'll fucking take those.
Anyway, we'll be careful. Thanks,
Yeah.
Cal.
Yeah, no problem. And boom. It's 23 hit points actually now since we're level 18.
That's
Hell
good.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oof, that puts me over 250.
You're
Whoa!
welcome.
Grief.
All right, let's go in. Roland, you want to be up front and keep an eye out?
Yeah, I can scout ahead a little bit.
All right,
I
we'll be
can
right behind.
Real quick, while we're
I can be as quiet as everyone else. Also.
You scout ahead. I'll read.
While we're walking in, Thesa wants to do an investigation check, so you can find anything that will help them.
You gotta be more specific. I think.
That's true. They're
Like, where
fine.
you want to see if like someone's
I
been here
will.
recently,
I
or
will
if,
say
like,
you're. I will say you're close enough to the ruins that trying to read isn't going to help you anymore. You don't really have enough
No,
time.
I know. This is that's a role play option.
Right. Yeah.
Um.
So.
So yeah, Roland,
Roland
how
will
far
go
ahead do
ahead.
you go? Because you guys are coming up like kind of this way.
I think. Let's see. I think because I can dash or double dash. I think I can probably go ahead, maybe like about 40 feet, or I'm gonna sneak closer to the ruins.
Okay.
Actually.
All right.
So, do I roll any kind of?
Yeah, you need to make a stealth check. You're trying to be sneaky.
That's what I'm asking for.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
mean, I didn't want to. I didn't.
Yeah. Let's see it. Okay.
31.
All right, so
Yeah.
Roland goes up ahead. Roland, as you're walking up here, you guys are following Roland. You do see a large kind of opening here, like an arch,
Mm-hmm.
that is probably about 25 foot tall, that leads into the interior of these ruins. And inside these ruins, it's almost like, you know how like Pueblo Indians lived on like cliff sides?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You
I'll take
know,
your word for it.
that's how the interior looks like. It's like a bunch of buildings kind of combing, like all four sides of the structure on the interior.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
With like just like homes carved out of the rock and everything.
Oh yeah, like New Mexico.
That's the
okay.
that's the first thing you notice, Roland, as you get inside before anybody else. The second is the number of bodies.
Ooh,
Ah,
you don't.
Oh,
That's
wow.
great.
Are
hate
they?
to see it.
Do I see what kind? Are they more similar to what the Crimson Elves bodies, or are they different kinds?
They are absolutely crimson elves, and there are so many. You lose track when you start to count, and then you start to notice the dead crimson elves laying half out of their windows and dead in doorways up on the different tiers of this interior of this of these rooms.
Oh God.
And
Men,
Roland,
women, children, some of them hacked to pieces.
Jesus Christ, man.
God.
is there anything else that I see when I'm looking? Because Roland's just standing there in shock, just
Every-
looking at this carnage.
As you look ahead, you would guesstimate that about every 150 feet or so, on the side of some of these homes and some of these dwellings that were used for, or build the structures that were used for whatever purpose, again you see the same shield
Are you fucking kidding
Oh,
me, man?
Oh,
wow.
fuck.
Fucking
held together by webs on all the different tiers going up the structure.
Is
I
don't
Roland,
give a.
Is Roland the only one seeing this right now? Since we're kind
Yeah.
of
Yeah,
Yeah,
Roland's the only one
okay.
seeing this.
I'm just
Okay,
telling
got
him what he sees first.
And so
Here we go again.
Roland's just standing there in shock, is looking at all this stuff, and although he's never known any of the Crimson Elves, obviously, but he's just looking at this, and it's like, these were still kind of, even though Roland kind of jokes about the other elves and everything like this, he kind of still, and even though he's only half elf, he still kind of, because of his mother's stories and everything, he still kind of feels a kinship regardless of what kind they are. And seeing this, and he's thinking, and he's just, I mean, he's like, he's seen violence and everything like this, but this is just like, this is a whole other level. This is kind of, he's having kind of, and in a way, if he's looking at this, he's recalling that first dream he had of the ransacking of Laranesa, and seeing all the carnage that happened there. Just like, and he is just, and as he sees this, he's just kind of like, he kind of stumbles outside, and he collapses against a pillar, and he's just like trying to catch, get himself together, and
We'll see.
and he
Roland
probably
will,
kind of drives haze and everything like this, and so he's
Okay.
he's just like, can you? Well, he's still. How far you guys are? I don't know if you see. When you
Oh,
come out.
I
think we
thought we'd be like the
We'll
next
say,
room over.
we'll say that Roland, you walked back out towards the entrance, and that's where everybody else was,
Okay.
waiting to see if like what you were going to come back and report.
And Roland looks at Luna and says, "Don't go in there.
What's wrong?
Just don't go in there."
Roland, I need to know what's
And
in there.
you
Relax.
want to see what's in there. Luna, please.
Roland. If this is
And
gonna
he
get me,
just, you, and Roland just kind of like, he just kind of like, and he just looks at, and he just looks at Saris and says, and he kind of nods and just says, you go in, and maybe Cal, maybe, I don't know, and he just kind of walks off and he just
Alright.
kind of like, and
I
he just kind
look-
of sits down and
I look
and
to
he
the
just
guys
kinda
now.
sits down and he just sits down and he just sits down in the sand dune and just kind of like trying to get his thoughts together, and he's not saying anything.
All right, Luna, what were you gonna say?
I will, once Roland walks off, I look to the guys and say, "You guys go in there, I guess. I'll keep Roland company and figure out why he doesn't want me in there."
All right, let's go.
These goes in.
Be
Easy
ready,
goes. What does
everybody.
Vola do? Junie?
Jimmy!
I'm here. I'm awake.
Oh, okay.
It's fine.
Did
Sorry.
you fall asleep?
No,
Are you okay?
I'm fine. Yeah.
Couple more minutes. Couple more minutes.
Wait, no, that's fine.
Only 12 minutes. Let's go, Jimmy. You can do this.
All right. So does Vola stay outside with Roland and Luna, or does she go inside?
She's going in to fight stuff.
Okay. So everyone except Roland and Luna go inside. So Saris, the first thing you see, you do see, the way that this interior is laid out, and then like Roland, you notice the bodies. You see the still form in a street. There are carrion birds picking at it. Of what looks to be a young mother, crimson elf woman, in laborer's clothes. On her side, the back of her garment is ripped open, and there are whip marks across her back. As you get closer, you notice what looks like serpent bites on her shoulder. And you can, as you get closer, the carrion birds fly away. And you step across and see that she was clutching two children that are likewise laying there, dry, dead, desiccated, staring off into nothing.
Saris is definitely white knuckle gripping his trident and shield right now.
And you would see the same thing, Cal, that Roland saw, with shields everywhere. Except you look a little bit further past Cal, and you see what looks to be a large opening. Again, about not as large as the one where you came in, probably about 15 feet tall, but it descends. You can see that it descends down, probably underneath the city. There are 3 shields around it. Very similar, again, held up to the sides of these buildings by webs. But the most remarkable thing that you notice is the dead, mummified body of what looks to have been an ancient, withered spellcaster, wearing fine robes, fine dark and purple robes, and a red crown. And it is nailed up above this entrance, surrounded by these 3 shields. It is like it's crucified above there. Make an Arcana check.
This is a very serious and not even something Cal is thinking. Like even the callousness of Cal has been silenced right now. But hey, Archmage.
Yeah. With a 24.
Alex is feeling no such.
Disassociate yourself. Cal's not thinking that right now. He's
with a 24. You recall what you were told about the Crimson Elves, about their story, about how they were zealous followers of a lich named Malix Vi, who was in life their leader, who led them out of the Arashan city or nation of Laranesa into the wilds to follow him. and eventually became a lich, you would think that this is his dead form.
Oh,
God.
Oh shit.
Well, I'll take a bit of a glance at Saris and then kind of look back and say, "Looks like we know what happened here. Are there any drow bodies? Was it anything close to a fair fight?"
You do not see any drow bodies. Saris, as someone who serves in a military organization,
They would have
you
taken
would
their
have
dead.
you would have guessed that, yeah, if there were any, that they probably took them and didn't leave them out here. But you would guess, just at the number of bodies, you would guess that this was quick and it was probably done at night.
This was a
And it
massive-
probably happened almost all at once. Thesa and Vola, you see now what Cal sees. The 3 shields, the dead body.
Wow.
But you also notice 2 words in Elvish on either side of that entrance, written in blood.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Lisa, what do they say?
He's one of the sigh.
You're the only one who can read it now because both the elves are outside.
yeah. Oh, both of the elves are outside.
Thesa, whoa. Thesa,
Yeah, I can use. Yeah, I can read it.
Thesa can read that. Remember, Thesa can
Yeah,
read
I
anything.
can-
written. Even if it wasn't written in a language from Levis, Thesa is able to read it.
Yes.
Thesa could read the user manual for a 1965 Dodge if he wanted to.
No one else could.
Thesa, the elven writing on either side, and you do recognize it as elven. You've seen Roland's writing before and Luna's writing before. You know what Elvish looks like.
Isa can read manga.
The word to the left of the entrance says new. The word to the right of the archway entrance that descends down says home.
What the fuck?
What?
Thesa looks up and turns back to the party and says, "New home."
No, what the hell? Are you
Well, yeah,
kidding?
clearly they did need a new
live
home
here.
because they're all dead.
What the hell is wrong with you?
That's what it says. I'm reading in Elvish.
Oh, jeez, you should have said something.
Well, it
Sarah,
sounds like that they're down there. Then we're gonna
shit.
have to go get the elves back.
Saris,
I'm gonna.
Saris, as everyone else is noticing these things and Thesa says what it says, you hear what sounds like clattering coming
Thesa turn-
down from that archway, down from wherever those steps lead. You hear
Thesa-
sort of a clattering, sort of a clanking, like something stepping across hard stone.
Thesa whips around to look at it, or to follow the noise.
I said it was Saris.
Oh,
So the whole town be like, everyone shut up, I
Sorry.
heard something. Not alone.
I'm gonna go get the elves. I'm gonna. While they're
We're
going.
going together, let's leave. We'll come back when we have everyone.
All right.
Come on, let's go. Quickly.
All right. We're gonna try and get out of there before whatever's climbing up the stairs.
Yeah, we're just gonna book it for now.
yeah.
Never split the party.
Yeah,
All right,
let's go.
so
Bye.
Roland and Luna, you are back outside as Cal and Saris, Thesa, and Vola come back out of that archway. What are you guys doing?
I'm speaking. I think we're speaking in Elven at this point.
Okay.
And I'm just asking him,
Mhm.
why won't you tell me what's in there?
And Roland kind of looks at her in Elvish and says, "You know, although the Crimson Elves were kind of, considered bad,
Word?
they were kind of, at least some of them, they were kind of cousins to the Aershan, essentially. They came from the same place, the Sanesa, and
Roland, why did you say were, not are?
do I have to spell it out for you, Luna?
You just
You
see
want
me
to paint a
freeze.
picture of them.
No, you just see me freeze, and I'm just like, no. As I just
No.
slowly turn my head towards the arch. Is that a mass grave in there?
And Roland kind of nods his head, doesn't say anything.
Fuck.
It's like what we saw in the hut, but worse.
Oh God. Are there children?
I didn't necessarily count, but
I don't
Uh,
even know how many.
Yeah.
I just need to know if there were.
yes, that was as far as I could make out. It looks like there were no survivors at all.
and as they were talking about, were there any children in there? This is the first words you hear, Cal, Saris, Thesa, and Vola, as you come back outside.
We don't speak Elvish though, so.
Yeah, it's taking
No,
notes.
no, that's true. That's true. That's true. You wouldn't understand what they're saying, but they're outside speaking in Elvish.
Cal
So-
speaks
so-
Elvish, but he's not really brought it up like ever, so
Yeah.
he just ignores
I
it.
can just read it.
You guys, there's something in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're probably gonna book it.
Yeah, if we need to fight, we need to do it together. Well, I need
Yeah.
your help, Roland.
Luna, we're gonna need you in there. It's
It's
not
bad.
pretty. Yeah, it's
I
bad.
look up teary-eyed and I'm like, "Let's kill these fuckers."
Let's get ready. Hang on.
Roland
Come
kind of
here.
stands up and says, and he kind of like, he gets his rapier out. And he says, whatever whatever did this is, justice has to be done. If you're saying that if it's still in there,
There was
and
something.
Roland
I
just
didn't
kind of
stick with
marches
you, but-
basically marches back towards the thing, towards that place, and kind of hopefully everyone else follows with him. He's just
let's
kind
go.
of walking in there.
While they're going, I'm going to use a bardic inspiration to give everyone. I think it's 14.
Hold on. Cal already gave us temporary.
Cal already gave y'all temporary hit points. They don't stack.
Oh, then no. Sorry, I forgot he gave it to us. Then no, that's it.
All right, and we will call it there.
Ooh, good cliffhanger. Yeah, baby.
Go. How did you guys like that?
Oh my
That
God.
was a really good session.
I'll be honest. That was a hard shift from trying to figure out how to kill a troll to
Yeah.
genocide.
Yeah, well, this is
That was
literally
pretty hard tone whiplash. I'm gonna be honest.
I'm gonna be honest, George. You almost made me actually cry with the role play between Luna and Roland.
Yeah,
but that's more.
rough.
That was good. That it jumped up a notch.
That made me almost cry.
I love how much
Yeah,
fucking
I mean-
they'll do between each other.
That's
It's
Well,
fucking
yeah, I mean, I
That's
kind of
messed
think because,
up.
like it says, from Roland's point of view, I mean, he would know about the Crimson Elves, and now, like he said, that they're kind of like somewhat descended of the Arishon. They're almost like cousins because they came from Laranasa and they come out here according to the lore thing. So seeing this, and it's like, oh, crap, this is something he's not, that, and he's just like, kind of all, it kind of like, it's just so I kind of think, well, yeah, he'd be, kind of deaf on that kind of scale of something else is like, so I figured,
Yeah, it's
appropriate.
definitely more than a little chilling. See, like
Yeah.
because the entire place just massacred.
and
But at the same time, it's quite an introduction for the Drow to come in like this.
I was about to say that's a pretty
because-
hard retcon. It's like Crimson Elves. Now we're gonna use the Drow.
So this was always going to be the case.
no, I know.
This was something that I hid for 3 years.
Yep.
Well, I think it was a pretty good reveal. I gotta say.
Yeah, that
And
was
here's, and here's the thing. Like, remember, several months back, Junie, do you need to go to bed? You can if you need to.
Fine.
Okay. Are you
Okay.
okay?
I'm just really tired.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. So, yeah. Remember, before Tasha's came out, and there was all that, all that gobbledygoo about, oh, should orcs always be evil, and oh, should should the Drow always be evil, and the
Right.
kid in me that had the monster manual from 1978 was like, fuck yes, the Drow ought to be evil. 100% the Drow need to be fucking evil, and not these emo, misunderstood fucking edgelords that they've become the last 30 years.
So you're one me.
So,
Mm-hmm.
kinda, yeah. And so I was like, dude, when I introduced the Drow, these are going to be the Drow of my childhood, who were fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
They used to come out of the Underdark and attack settlements and villages under the cover of night, kill half of the people, and take the rest as slaves.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
there's like
This
really
is
no
how they
halfway.
were before Drizzt, and ooh, I'm such a misunderstood loner, and I'm out here on the ice with my fucking panther, and ooh, I need a woman to love me.
Real quick, I'm
These
gonna
people are dicks.
real quick. I'm gonna kill the stream. So
Yeah, go ahead.
everyone,
Good night,
thanks.
chat. All right.
Night
You
chat.
could change the title to George